G'day everyone, how you going? Just finishing off the rear brakes on this. Now, I've ordered new rotors, but I ordered the wrong ones, so I'm going to have to try and use the original ones. Let's check them out to see if they actually come into spec. For anyone who doesn't know, these brakes come apart in two sections. So you've got the caliper and then you've got the carrier. To undo the caliper, we have two 17mm bolts there. Got that one loosened. Do the same on the bottom one. I've never had this apart before, so I don't know quite what I'm going to find in there. I'm going to have to measure this rotor because it doesn't look the prettiest. These are supposed to have grease on them. No grease whatsoever. I'm just going to have to clean that up. That's not good. My guess is this one's going to be the same. Fairly stiff in there, so it's going to have to keep ratcheting away. When I said I've never had these brakes apart, I have actually done the other side, and that wasn't quite so bad, but this one's actually a little bit worse. Oh, there we go. The most minute amount of grease on that. It's pretty dry, but not real good. So I did find that the calipers are generally pretty tight, hard to get off by hands. So just carefully, just get under the arm there, adjust that a bit more. Just pry them up. Makes a potentially hard job easier. Just try and avoid the camera. Don't want to damage that caliper. Just want to ease it out. There we go. That's almost come free. I don't know what's holding that. There we go. You don't want to let these calipers just hang there. Just want to hang that in a spot where they'll just sit there quite comfortably by themselves. Next step is to remove 17mm head bolts in the back there as well. That allows the brake pads to come straight out with the carrier. How tight are these ones? And it's going to be just as tight. So let's just persuade that as well. Just get it started. Other one's down there. But I've heard people say they can't get to this, but I don't have a whole lot of difficulty getting onto it. There we go, it's loosened off. Now, that might actually just come out by hand. Yes, they will. Not the easiest, but they will come out. That's one of them. Let this other one come out. Might need a bit more. Okay, so that's the second bolt. And this bracket should just lift straight out, like that. There we go. So these definitely needed changing. So this disc pad is just about shot. It's wearing unevenly, and that's pretty much because the those studs that I pulled out had no grease on them, and it was just sticking and wearing one end of the pad. And we'll see the other pad has a heap of meat on it, but it's also wearing unevenly. It's narrower there than it is there. I'll measure up this rotor because it may be undersized and I may not get away with using the original one. Now, will this come straight off? Yes. Well, should come straight off. Right, so this rotor's just sticking on the hub a little bit. I'll squirt a little bit of WD-40 in there, just lube it out a bit. There's a bit of lip of crud there. I wonder if a little bit of orange persuasion might help. Moving slowly. Here it comes. Okay, I'll grab a set of verniers and I'll measure that now and see whether it's worth putting it back together. Just have a quick look in here. These park brake pads, no, they're worn unevenly. So I'm going to have to replace these park brake pads. I've got a set for them. Done them before, so they're pretty straightforward. Okay, so the minimum rotor thickness spec is 16mm. Let's have a look and see what this one actually is. Right on 16mm, so it's at its minimum spec. They're going to have to be replaced at some stage fairly soon, but I'm not going to do that right now, and I still need to be able to move this thing around. Righto, to get these park brake shoes out, pretty much the same as any drum brake setup. I've got to undo these spring clips. I don't know what the proper name for them is, and I'm not going to bother looking them up, but there's two of them, so there's another one there. Then we take these springs from the top with the lighter spring on last, heavier spring to the rear. Now careful, because these will spring. There we go, that's undone. The bottom locator, there you go. Those parts come out. Okay, first spring comes straight out. The second spring, which is a little bit stiffer, that comes pretty much straight out. That rod goes in that way, can't really tell. And the rest of it just does a spontaneous disassembly. There's one more step to disassembling the park brake on the 80 series, and that is to get this clip out. Let's see if I can just prise that open. Some kits come with a replacement clip, some don't, and this one didn't, so I'm going to have to be a little bit careful. And here we go, it coming off. It's a bit of a pain in the ass. Just got to make sure it comes off without going flying across the room, because I'll never find it in here. We'll grip that, and hopefully it won't go flying. There we go, got it off. So we can reuse that. Underneath that, there is a spacer. Well, a spacer, or I don't know what you quite call it. It's a very thin, make it fit just right. So I've also got that one. Got to make sure that goes back in. So these are just the clips off the inside of the caliper bracket, pretty much messed up or pretty dirty. Sticking them through the blast cabinet, and this is what we're getting. So yeah, pretty good. Right, now we've got that clip in, we've just got to close it up. And that's it. That sits on the front. Up there like so. So there's a few spots in here that want a bit of grease. I don't want a lot. Just a little dab in there. A little dab in there. Now I'm going to try and not get grease on any of this friction material. This pin here, that needs to be facing that direction. No, that needs to be facing that direction, otherwise you'll end up locking your brakes on. So if we get that in place there, alright, so I finally got it on. Alright, there it is there. That slides in there, goes there like that. Oh, gotcha. Alright. Well, you probably couldn't see much because my hands were going to be in the way. Alright, so these two top springs go on next. The heavier one goes to the front, hooks in under there. Oh, gotcha. Alright, so that's the first one on. Second one, the lighter spring goes in there. Same deal, bit of a struggle, get it on. Oh, that one wasn't quite so bad. But this little spring here hooks onto that arm there. That hooks on there and goes into that hole. Make sure it goes in right. There we go, otherwise it would have sprung out. It's just the tensioner to go. There's a threaded end and a non-threaded end. Threaded end goes to the rear of the vehicle. See if I can't get this in without too much of a struggle. Ooh, that's in. Park brakes in and ready to go. Just got to put the rest of it together. Alright, so I've already greased up where the caliper goes. So put the carrier back on. And yes, I did get excited. I put it through the blast cabinet, cleaned it up a bit, got rid of the multiple layers of paint that were on it. What the fuck is going on here? Okay, because that's not in right. The drum's not on properly. Now it'll go together. Bit of grease on that one. That one's in slightly better condition. It'll have to do. Whack a bit of grease on that one. Oh, brake pads are in. Alright, we'll just push the piston caliper back. If I can get the fucking into play. Nothing wants to play with me today. And no, I haven't done a rebuild on these calipers. I forgot to order the parts. No, I'm not doing it. Pistons push right back. Try and get this on without damaging these rubber boots. Try and make sure they're pushed into place properly. Grab one of these pins and just make sure that they've gone in right. The boots are there. Yep. Okay, that one's right. Let's try this other one. Make sure that boot's in the right spot. Feels like it is. Yep. Come on. Those calipers move nice and smoothly in there. So I'm just going to mongrel it just like I did the other one. I'm over it. Click. I'm just going to go pump the brakes up. I don't know if we'll see anything happen, but we might. Well, that's those brakes done, pumped up. Just put the wheel back on it, take it for a test drive, see how it goes. Ah, fuck, they're heavy. Oh, let's see if this park brake pulls us up. Not bad. Needs some adjustment, but it's not bad. Still a little bit of a stutter, but not as bad as it was. Power's back up, you beauty. It feels quite good. I've got something that's whining. Not sure where that's coming from. Oh dear, there's always something. I wonder if that's just tyres. Could be. Pretty happy with the way it's running. Feels like an 80 series now. Feels like a wet sponge. It's an 80 series. Yep. I like the way it runs. Oh, we're getting the bugs out of it slowly. Oh, I'm pretty happy with the way it's running, so yeah, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe and comment and do all that sort of stuff, and we'll catch you on the next one.